This is R.D. Sharma solution, class 11, chapter 30, derivatives, exercises 30.3. Now, this is question number 30. So, this is the expression which is given, and we have to differentiate with respect to x. Now, if you see here, there is quite an analogy. So, just worry about the term with x. Don't worry about the constant. A0, A1, A2, don't worry. So, A0 just take outside, A1 take outside, A2 take outside, like this. Now, and whenever there is a constant, we'll leave it as 0. So, x raised n. This is n x raised to n minus 1 when we differentiate it. So, this is n x raised n minus 1. What about x raised n minus 1? X raised n minus 1 will be n minus 1 x raised n minus 2. Okay. So, what do you see here? That there is an analogy. Here n minus 1, then n minus 2, like this. It goes up to n minus n. Right? And then the next term, x to the power n. d by dx of a n, last one is 0. Now, the x to the power n minus 1, which has come here, then x raised n minus 2, so it goes up to n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, like this. So, this goes till the n term, x minus x raised n minus n. So, this is how the differentiation will be done. Now, question number 14. 1 by sin x, 2 raised x plus 3 plus 4 by log base x 3. So, 1 by 1 we are going to take. 1 by sin x can be written as cosec x. I am taking 1 by 1. It's cosec x, and d by dx of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. This is the first one. Then 2 raised x plus 3. 2 raised x plus 3. So, if you see here, this is a to the power x form. And you will try to do it like that. No. 2 to the power x or 2 to the power 3, you have to write it. And then we have to do what? This is 2 to the power 3, or you can say 8. Constant you have to just take outside. So 2 to the power 3 we are taking outside. And d by dx of 2 to the power x. Now this can be termed as a to the power x. A to the power x differentiation is a to the power x log a, base is e. So 2 to the power x log base e and then 2. So this is the second one. Now still 2 to the power 3 is outside. So 2 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power x is going to be 2 to the power x plus 3. Okay, log base e 2. Now third one. Now log base x 3. It is in the denominator. 4 by log base x and 3. So log is not e. So we cannot apply the derivative here. We have to convert it into base e. So how can we do it? So we already told you earlier that we can write it as log e by log e and 3 in the numerator, x in the denominator. So base e I am not writing because it is by default. Log x will go up. So 4 log x by log 3. 4 log x by log 3. Now we have 4 by log 3, this is a constant, we will not do it. Log x differentiation is 1 by x. So we have 4 by log 3x, or you can write it as x log 3 will be better. 4 by x log 3. So this is the third one. Now this is x plus 5 and 2x square minus 1 by x. This is question number 15 and question number 15 and 16. Both are in the same here, the same frame. So this is question number 15. I'll just go to question 16 first. Let me tell you. So this is what we have done already in the earlier questions, like 5th question and 10th question, like this. So we will just multiply it, divide by x. First we will multiply it. X and 2x square is 2x cube. X and minus 1 is minus x. 5 and 2x square is 10x square, and 5 and minus 1 is minus 5. Now just divide everything by x, because x is in the denominator. So this is 2x square, 2 you can take outside. This is 10x square by x, x cancel. So 10 you can take outside, d by dx of x. Minus x by x, this is 1. Constant, 1 is a constant. And here of course we have a constant, 5 by x. So x goes up, x raised minus 1. So you have minus 5 d by dx of x raised minus 1. Okay, x square is 2x. This x is 1, this 1 will be 0, and then we have minus 5 d by dx. X raised minus 1 is, this minus 1 comes up, x raised minus 1, that is minus 2. So this minus comes outside, so it will be plus 5, and x raised minus 2 will be in the denominator, so it becomes x raised 2. So x minus 2 can be written as 1 by x square. So this is 5 by x square. This is question number 15. Now coming to question number 16. So question 16 is saying 1 by 1 we will take 1 by 1. So this constant, don't worry about that. 5, minus 3, 6, don't worry about that. Just worry about the content which is taking x. So you have log 1 by root x. Root x can be written as what? X to the power half. It goes up x raised to minus half. So d by dx, no. We will do d by dx of log x raised minus half. So we will not do it like this because it is inside log. So let me just eliminate it, and by far you know it is x raised minus half. So log x raised minus half. Now minus half will come outside. You know how to do this. Log anything power of any which is inside log, it goes to the numerator, to in front of log. So log a to the power b can be written as b log a. B goes here, b log a. So minus half log x. Minus half log x. So log x differentiation is what? 1 by x. So minus 1 by, this is minus 1 by 2 divided by x. So minus 1 by 2x. So log 1 by root x differentiation is minus 1 by 2x. First is done. Coming to the second one, 5 x raised a. X raised a is directly, at the power of x to the power n like this. So a, this x to the power n form. So a x to the power a minus 1. A x to the power a minus 1 because n is a here. So 5a x to the power a minus 1. So second one is also done. Coming to the third one. Let me just clear it first. Third one. So a raised x. A raised x we have direct differentiation. Ax is ax log base ea. So minus 3 is already there. So minus 3 a raised x log a. Base is e. Okay, coming to x raised 2 by 3. So x raised 2 by 3 is quite known to us now. 2 by 3 x raised 2, 2 by 3 minus 1. 2 by 3 minus 1 is 1 minus 1 by 3. X raised minus 1 by 3. So this is the, let us come to the final one. 6 is already there. X raised minus 3 by 4. How to do this, because it is fourth power of under root x raised minus 3. That is why it is x raised minus 3 by 4. It is fourth root. So minus 3 by 4. Minus 3 by 4 minus 1 is minus 7 by 4. Please remember, fourth root of x is there. So fourth root we took in the numerator, so it will be minus 3 by 4. Then we differentiated it, so it became minus 3 by 4, x raised minus 7 by 4. 6 was already there. So this becomes 3, 2, 3, 3 is a 9, minus 9 by 2, x raised minus 7 by 4. Okay, this is this one. One by one we have done. Next is question number 17. So what do we see here? Normally we will see, oh, this is cos theta. Let us write it as minus sin theta. And cos theta is minus sin theta. And we will just write it as minus sin x plus a. And to your surprise, the answer is also minus sin x plus a. So are we going to do it like this? No, the answer is no. Because we have to do it by proper method. d by dx of cos x plus a. Cos x play cannot be treated as just cos theta. So cos a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. You have to plus use the formula or expansion of cos a plus b or cos c plus d. So cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now we will apply the d by dx. Cos a will come outside because it is a constant, and d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. Now sin a outside, d by dx of sin x. So cos x is minus sin x and minus sin x cos a. Here sin x will be cos x, so sin a cos x. So now we have negative, both are negative, so you can take a negative outside. So you have sin x cos a plus cos x sin a, you have negative outside. So this is sin x plus a. This is sin a plus b. Now this is minus sin x plus a. This method is correct. This is how you have to do, rather than doing cos x plus a as minus sin x plus a directly. This is question number 18. Okay. This is cos x minus 2. We have just seen how to deal with the cos x plus a. Same thing we have to do it here. So there are two questions here which you see, question 18 and question 19. And I'll tell you the later part. This is question number 19 which you see here. We'll just deal with it in a bit. But question number 18, and then we have the later one. Okay, so cos x minus 2 by sin x. So cos x minus 2 by sin x. Now we can expand cos x minus 2, which we have just seen in the previous question. Cos a minus b. So cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, it will be cos x cos 2 plus sin x sin 2. And then we have in the denominator you have sin x here. Here also sin x. So cos x by sin x is cot x. So it is cot x cos 2. Cot x and cot 2. dy dx of cos x only will be done, because we are now differentiating. Plus this sin x will cancel. Sin 2 is a constant. So if you differentiate dx sin 2 is a constant. So it will be 0. Differentiation of constant is always 0. Okay. So cot 2 dy dx of cot x is minus cos x square x. So it will be minus cos x square x cot 2. So this is the final answer for question number 18. Let me just clear it. Now coming to question number 19 it is. Now these questions, a few of these questions which are coming are like this. It is being given in the question, if y is equal to, if y, they have given y, and this y is given as x by 2, sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square. Sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square, this is y. This is whole square. So we have to find dy by dx. And this is at x equals pi by 6. Right? X equals pi by 6. What do we do? Dy by dx. And then we will, whenever the answer will come, we will apply x as pi by 6. So this is a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 plus 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. So we have sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, and sin 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. Sin 2 into x by 2 is sin x. So ultimately you have to differentiate 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x. So it will be 0 plus sin x is cos x. So you only have cos x. So this is the differentiation. But you have to find the value at x equal to pi by 6. So cos pi by 6. So what do? Cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2 is cos 30 degree. Root 3 by 2. This is the answer. So question number 20. Again y is given as 2 minus 3 cos x by sin x. So y is given like this, 2 minus 3 cos x by sin x. We have to find out the dy by dx at x equals pi by 4. At x equals pi by 4. So let us do it first. Let us take the denominator. 2 by sin x minus 3 cos x by sin x. So 2 by sin x minus 3 cos x by sin x. 2 sin x will go up. So cosec x we can write it as minus 3 cos x by sin x is cot x. Now let us take the differentiation. So dy by dx of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x, and minus 3 cot x is minus cosec square x. So minus minus becomes plus. It's plus 3 cosec square x. Okay. Now if you see x is equal to pi by 4. When we have pi by 4, we know sin pi by 4 and cos pi by 4. That is sin 45 degree and cos 45 degree is equal to 1 by root 2. And tan, that is sin by cos, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 is 1. So tan is also 1 and cot is also 1. So cosec x is inversion of sin x. So if sin x is 1 by root 2, cosec x will be root 2. Cot x, as I said, it will be 1. Tan x also 1 and this cot also 1. Plus 3. Cosec square x. Cosec is root 2. So cosec square will be root 2 whole square. So when you are going to solve it, it will be 6 minus 2 root 2. This is the final answer for question number 20. Question number 21. Find the slope of the tangent to the curve fx equals 2x raised 6 plus x raised 4 minus 1 at x equals 1. So any curve, the tangent, the slope of this tangent, the tan theta of the tangent or the angle which it makes with the positive x-axis is m tan theta slope or f dash x or differential or derivative. All these are same. M tan theta d by dx f dash x. So ultimately the question is saying you to find out the d by dx. So d by dx is quite simple. X raised 6 is 6x raised to power 5 and 2 was already there, so 12x raised 5. You have x raised 4, so 4 comes outside, x raised 3, so 4x raised 3, and this is 0 because this is a constant. So 12x raised 5 plus 4x raised 3. Now at x equals to 1 we have to find out, just put x as 1. So the slope of the tangent at x equal to 1, you have to first find the derivation. When you derive the result, x put 1. This is 1, this is 1, 12 plus 4 is 16, 12 plus 4 is 16. This one is question number 22. So if y is given as under root x by a plus under root a by x, y is total this. Y is under root x plus x by a plus under root a by x. This is an under root. So we have to prove that 2xy divided by dx equals x by a minus a by x. This is y. I am not writing it. It is y. So ultimately you have to find dy by dx. Then you have to multiply it with 2xy. And then you have to prove that when you multiply the differential with 2xy, you are going to get x by a minus a by x. So we will find out the dy by dx first, and then we will multiply. Y is equal to what? Under root x by a plus under root a by under root x. So let us take outside the constant so that we can differentiate it properly. This can be written as root x by root a, this is root a by root x. And this, when we do d by dx, 1 by root a will come outside. This will become root x, x to the power half d by dx. And here plus under root a, this under root x is x to the power half, but it is in the denominator. You can take it up. So x to the power minus half. Okay, this is 1 by root a. This will be 1 by 2 x to the power half minus 1. Half minus 1 is minus half. X minus half. So this is saying that you have to bring x to the power half in the denominator, which is root x. So 1 by 2 root a, 1 by 2 root a x. Okay. So this is 1 by 2 root a root x. Here root a minus half, x to the power minus half is minus half, x to the power minus half minus 1. So minus half minus 1 is minus 3 by 2. Minus half x to the power minus 3 by 2. So you have 1 by, this is root a. 1 by 2 root a, x raised minus half goes denominator root x. Plus root, this is minus half is there. So minus root a by 2 x raised minus 3 by 2. Okay. This is dy by dx. Now after this, we have to multiply it by 2xy. 2 into x into y. So don't worry about x first multiply by y. But what is y? Y was already there. Under root x by a plus under root a by x. I am saying 2 into x. 2 into x and you have y. Y was already given in the question, which is under root x by a plus under root a by x. So root x by root a plus root a by root x. And we have already simplified it. You have seen this. And then we have dy by dx. So you can write all of these. 1 by 2 root a, x to the power minus half, minus root a by 2, x raised minus 3 by 2. Okay. So you have to multiply each term here. Each term first with y, multiply each term with y. X to the power minus half, I am writing it as 1 by 2 root a, this is root x. Minus root a by 2 and this is x to the power minus 3 by 2. X to the power minus 3 by 2, how we can write it? We have to multiply it by the what is coming. So just write it this, the first one, root x by a plus root a by x, as what we have seen in the first part. That is 2x, you write it as x to the power half, of course root a, and then we have plus root a by x to the power minus half. Now it will be simpler because now we have x to the power, we can directly multiply and add the raised power. Okay, so this term which you see here, this one, you have to multiply first this by this. So x raised half into x raised minus half and root a by 2 root a. Okay, so we have x raised 0. See, root a will give you a. So 1 by 2a, x raised half minus half is x to the power 0, that is 1. This is how 1 by 2a has come. Now next one. First one we have done. Now multiplying x raised half by under root a into root a by 2 into x to the power minus 3 by 2. So this is this is root a by 2, root a cancel, only 2 will come. And then we have this x raised power minus half minus 3 by 2. Okay, so this is minus 2 by 2, that is x raised minus 1. So this was 1 by x. So that is how 1 by 2x has come, minus 1 by 2x. There are other two as well. There are otherwise two. So just let me just clean it because it's becoming very clumsy. The other two I am going to tell you. Now we are multiplying root a x raised half and 1 by root a 1 by 2 x minus half. Root a gets cancelled, only 1 by 2 will remain, and x minus half will what? Minus half, that is half and half is 1, so minus 1 it is, minus 1. So we have 1 by x, you can write it as, so 1 by 2x, this has come. Now multiplying this, root a will be a, and 2 minus 1 by 2, so minus 1 by 2 it is. X is minus half and x is minus 3 by 2. So minus half and minus 3 by 2, so it will be minus half and 3 by 2, so 4 by 2, that is 2. So minus is already there. So x raised minus 2. So you have 1 by x square. So that is how x square has come. This whole is clear. This do cancel. Minus 1 by 2x, 1 by 2x cancel. So you have 2x outside. You have 1 by 2a minus a by 2x squared. Now multiply 2x inside. 2x by 2a minus 2xa by 2x squared. Here 2 gets cancelled, you get x by a. Here 2x gets cancelled. You have a by x. So x by a minus a by x is the final answer. Right hand side. The next one is 23rd. Find the rate at which the function fx equals x raised 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x squared plus x plus 5 changes with respect to x. So the rate of change is what? Differentiation only. We have to find out differentiation only. F dash x. 4x cube. x4 is 4x cube. X cube is 3x square. X square is 2x. X is 1 and constant is 0. So you have 4x cube minus 6x square. 3 to the 6x plus 1. This is question number 23. Rate of change with respect to x is d by dx. Now we have question number 24. So y is given as, we have to find dy by dx at x equals 1. So this y is the term which is given, which is I am showing you here. So dy by dx we have to first find out and then put x equals 1. Okay. So this is x9 is 9x8, differentiation x7 is 7x6, then x cube is 3x2 and differentiation of x is 1. Okay. Now coming to this, you can just solve it. It's 6x8, then 5x6 and 18x2 minus 1. So wherever x is there, just put 1. 6 minus 5 plus 18 minus 1, which is going to be 18. Question number 24 is 18. Now this is question number 25. If for fx is given as, let me just write it as, fx as lambda x square plus mu x plus 12. This is your function fx. Now it is given that f dash 4 equal 15. That is, first you differentiate it, and whatever expression is remaining, put x as 4, you will get result as 15. You differentiate it, put 2 wherever x is there, you will get 11. So lambda x square differentiation is 2x, mu x is only 1, and this is a constant 0. So differential will be 2 lambda x plus mu. This is after differentiation of the expression which is given. F dash x this is. So f dash 4 is 15. Just put 4. So 2 into lambda into 4 plus mu. So that is 2 into lambda into 4. I am just putting x as 4. Because f dash 4 is 15, f dash 2 is 12. That will make us two equations. 2 into lambda into x is 4 plus mu. And this is clearly given as 15. So let me write it as 15. So this equation is 8, 4 to the 8. 8 lambda plus mu equals 15. First is our equation like this. And then we will apply 8 lambda plus mu equals 15. This is our first equation. Coming to the second equation. The second equation is saying f dash 2 equals 1. This is f dash 2 equals 1. 11. So when you put x as 2, so 2 into lambda into 2 plus mu equals 11. So this is 4 lambda plus mu equals 11. Now put it here, 4 lambda plus mu equals 11. So now just subtract it. 8 lambda minus 4 lambda is 4 lambda, and 15 minus 11 is 4. So lambda becomes 4 by 4, that is 1. Lambda is 1. Okay, lambda is 1. Now put it in any of the equation which we just found. Lambda mu will be 7. This is question number 26. The important thing is this is a NCERT question. That is this CBSE NCERT question this is. So f dash x we have to find out. Fx is given as what? This total, this term from x raised 100 till 1, this is given as fx. First we have to try to find out the f dash. So f dash 1 we have to prove is equal to 100, f dash 0. Okay. So f dash x we have to find out. So x raised 100, you will see first one, x raised 100 by 100, we have to differentiate it. So 100 is constant, just take it outside. X raised 100 is 100, x raised 100 minus 1, that is 99. You can cancel it, x raised 99. Now coming to second one, x raised 99 by 99. So d by dx of this is 99 comes up outside, 99, x raised 99 minus 1 is 98. I am taking d by dx. X raised 99 minus 1, that is 98. So 99 cancel. So you have the first one is x99, second one is x raised 98. Then it goes up to where? You see the last three terms. Last three terms you see. Last is 0. Last but 1 is 1 because d by dx of x is 1. And last but 3 is x square by 2, that is 2x by 2, 2 to cancel x. So this x till plus 1 is the last one. This is f dash x. Now put wherever x is there, put 1. F dash 1 we are trying to find out. So 199, 198 till it goes 1 raised to 1. And 1 is still there, last one. So the whole from here to here it is 99. From x raised 1 till x raised 99 it's already 99 plus 1, that is 100. So f dash 1 is 100. Now I'll put f dash 0, means wherever x is there we will put 0. So when you put everything as 0, only one last one will remain. This will be 0, this will be 0, everything will be 0 wherever x is there. Only last one will remain. So f dash 0 is 1. So it is clear that f dash 1 is equal to 100 f dash 0. That is f dash 0, which is 1, if you multiply it by 100, is going to be f dash 1. F dash 1 is what? F dash 1 is 100 into f dash 0. So f dash 1 is 100 into f dash 0, which is 1. F dash 0, so you can just write it like this. Okay. So this is the final proving of this question. Okay. So this is all about the question, the exercise number 30.3. Next time we will be taking 30.4. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.